Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So it's now October. We are we're a month and a day until the general election. We are getting closer and closer. And this is probably one of our very last predictions. I would imagine that we will be doing a Senate prediction, probably one last Senate prediction in the month of November, days before the general election. So there's a reason why we're doing the Senate prediction first. Presidential election for October has not been created yet. Reason being, we just had a very impactful debate, and they're like, yes, yes, there's nothing really changing when there's etc. etc. But what we will could and possibly change is the polls. That's a theory that a lot my channel wants to test out. So we're going to go ahead and wait, like probably a day or two, until we release the presidential election prediction. See if JD Vance helps Trump advance in the polls or just stays the same. I'm kind of thinking that it stays the same. A lot of people already voted anyway. Many people's minds have been made up, but we will go ahead and see. So we're going to go ahead and do the Senate election first. Let's start off. It is 6 p.m. This is the grace hour. One state has officially closed its polls, and that is Indiana. In Indiana, we're going to get a result. It is exactly at 7 p.m., and it's going to be calling it for Jim Banks. He will be the newly elected senator from Indiana. That said, Bernie Sanders would be reelected to the United States Senate. You'll see this race in the United States Senate is specifically an advantage for Republicans because, as you can see, Republicans are 10 seats ahead of the Democrats, and very beneficial to Republicans if you think about it. All Republicans need is 10 seats, and you'll see we got red state, red state, red state, red state, red state, red state. It's so seriously, Republicans just need to get those average GOP voters out and try to dodge these working class Democrats like Sherrod Brown and John Tester. So we're gonna go ahead and see how that goes. So yes, Republicans, 39 seats so far, 29 seats for Democrats. We're going to go ahead and make a projection. It's 7:30 p.m. Jim Justice has won the United States Senate election in West Virginia, thus flipping a seat that has long time been under Democrat control. West Virginia is the West Virginia's Class 1 seat, which hasn't been Republican in decades. It's finally went to the Republican Party for the very first time. I believe it was the first time since Reconstruction. Um, if I am aware of that. Uh, yes, the elected. They last held this both of the West Virginia Senate seats since night of the last time that happened, where Republicans held both of those Senate seats at the same time from West Virginia was 1931. So a very historic moment in a historical blue state. So 7:30, of course. Florida is too close to call. We could call the state of West Virginia for Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine has won re-election to the United States Senate. It's now 8 o'clock p.m. We are ready to make a row of projections. We can project that Angus King wins re-election to the United States Senate. Elizabeth Warren, Sherrod Brown, what's his name from Connecticut? Oh yes, Chris Murphy from Connecticut wins re-election to the United States Senate. Kirsten Gillibrand wins re-election. New Jersey is too close to call. Polls are suggesting that New Jersey will be a close match between Curtis Bashaw and Andy Kim, seeing that the incumbent senator from that seat is a convicted felon, a twice convicted felon. Polls are suggesting that this is going to be a tight race. So, realistically, this race is too close to call. Delaware will be projected in favor for, I want to say, Lisa Blunt Rochester, the new elected senator from the state of Delaware, Maryland. At this hour, too close to call. Marsha Blackburn from the state of Tennessee has been reelected senator from Tennessee's first class one seat. Ohio, too close to call at this hour. Mississippi, we are considering to call Mississippi for the incumbent Senator Roger Wicker. However, that seat is being determined as too close to call. It's been classified as too close to call. Florida, let's see how the race is going in Florida. Florida is most likely to go to the Republican column. Real Clear Politics is predicting a toss up. You'll see Scott leading by 3.4. Right as of right now, it is remaining tossed up, too close to call. Missouri is in favor in going to the incumbent Josh Hawley. We can call it to him at this hour. Mississippi will officially go to Roger Wicker. We have decided Mississippi goes to Roger Wicker. 43 seats for these, of course, Republicans, 36 seats. And our night continues. Texas is too close to call. We'll see in Texas specifically a very, very close race, a 3.5 for, of course, the state, of course, for Ted Cruz. But this is expected to be a very close close race. North Dakota. North Dakota's Kevin Cramer wins re-election in North Dakota. So this is the current situation. 44 seats for Republicans, 36 seats as we approach. Well, actually, ideally, we made a mistake. New York doesn't call yet, so I'm voiding the call. I'm voiding the idea that we called New York. Ideally, New York is going to be called at 9 o'clock, which we'll call it right now because it's 9 o'clock in this simulation. New York, Kirsten Gillibrand, reelected to the United States Senate. Okay. That is the current situation. Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, reelected to the United States Senate. New Jersey, too close to call. Pennsylvania, Maryland. We're considering calling the state of Maryland in favor for Angela Alsobrooks, the county executive from Prince George's County. We're considering it, playing with that idea. As of right now, we have seen pretty close races here. Let's go ahead and call it for her. Angela Alsobrooks wins in Maryland. Here. Nebraska. Republicans get a double seat win. We have Pete Ricketts projected to win against Preston Love, while Deb Fischer is projected to win, according to said polls here. Oh, actually, it's a very tight race, actually. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know it was supposed to be that tight. But ideally, Fischer is projected to win against, he's projected to defeat, said Senate, Mr. Dan Osborne by 0.10. So we're going to call it too close to call as of right now. But that special election, Pete Ricketts is projected the winner. So let's take a look at, yes, there's Texas, Florida, as well as Wyoming, Montana. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call the state Wyoming for John Barrasso. As you should know, John Barrasso, projected winner of the seat in Wyoming. Okay, we can now make a call and officially call Martin Heinrich the winner in the state of New Mexico. Yeah, it's looking pretty close in these races. We can now officially call Andy Kim the winner in the state of New Jersey. Rick Scott, the projected winner in Florida. Rick Scott wins in Florida. Ted Cruz, projected the winner in the state of Texas. It is now officially 10 p.m. We can now make more calls. Montana, too close to call. John Curtis has won. I would say he has officially become senator-elect in the state of Utah. We can now make a call and officially declare Bob Casey Jr. the winner in the state of Pennsylvania. Okay? Ohio, still too close to call at this hour. We are considering calling the state of Nevada for Senator Jackie Rosen, but let's see. Current polling situation 8.8. Well, we're going to wait a little bit for her. But yeah, we'll go ahead and declare that Senator Tammy Baldwin has won re-election in the state of Wisconsin. Elissa Slotkin is now the official senator-elect in the state of Michigan. Ohio is still too close to call at this hour. Okay, we now take a look at the state of Montana. Still too close to call. We're going to go ahead and make the move. We will now call the state of Montana for Tim Sheehy. Tim Sheehy is projected to flip this seat. Let's go ahead and give the state of Montana to Tim Sheehy here. So Tim Sheehy wins Montana. Whoops, wrong color. The second flip of the night for Republicans. Now, if Republicans win one more seat, then they are the winners. So let's take a look at Arizona. We can now call at this hour Ruben Gallego the winner in the state of Arizona. It's now officially 11 p.m. The Pacific Coast is now up for grabs. California's Adam Schiff has won the Senate election in that seat. And then we have Maria Cantwell, the senator, re-elected senator-elect. I should say re-elected, becoming senator-elect in the state of Washington. We can now make a projection at this hour that Jackie Rosen has won re-election in the state of Nevada. And at this hour, we've made the decision to call Sherrod Brown the winner in the state of Ohio. A close race, but we can say at this hour that Sherrod Brown has won the election in said Ohio. In Hawaii, we're looking at Mazie Hirono getting reelected. It's obviously going to happen. We'll go and call Hawaii for Mazie Hirono. And finally, there is the Nebraska election. And this is what will happen if Democrats ended up winning the seat. It doesn't. I'm not really sure if Democrats. I don't know if Dan Osborne caucuses with Democrats, but in a situation where he does caucus with Democrats, uh, in this in this case, he would. Oh yeah, and besides, Deb Fisher has raised so much more money than Osborne. But in a situation, if that's the case, you're going to see, um, you would see, uh, the seat go for Democrats. You'll see a 50-50, and the vice president, being Kamala Harris, would be added to break the tie, meaning that Democrats win the Senate. Womp womp. Not the actual result we wanted to see, but thankfully we have not called Nebraska yet, and we have decided at this hour we will be calling Nebraska for the state for Senator Fisher. So Deb Fisher wins re-election in a very close race. We have now projected that Republicans have taken Senate control of the Senate. They have reached a majority at this hour. So what do you guys think in regards to our prediction? It's looking still pretty good for Republicans. They have carried the Senate this whole entire year so far. Not once have we projected a win for Democrats. And like I've said, the seat is very favorable. I mean, this class the Senate class especially is in great favor for Republicans. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.